Hi everybody, welcome back to this week's My Weekly Rage Fix. In this week's Parsha, Parshas Chayei, our forefather Yitzchak is about to get married to Rebekah. And the Torah tells us that while she was a maiden, that she was a very beautiful woman and not a single man knew her. So the question is, what does the Torah want to teach us with that verse? And there's actually an interesting Midrash, part of the oral law, that says that not a single man in her city was interested in her. So, and this seems to be a praise of Rivkah. And the question is, why is that really a praise of Rebekah? That really sounds like a praise of the people in her city that they weren't interested in being with her. You can't say it's because she wasn't a pretty girl, because the Torah says she was a very pretty girl, but not a single man knew her, that they weren't interested in being with her. And the answer is given as follows. I heard this from one of my rabbis in the Mir Yeshiva, and he said that this teaches us an incredible lesson. The lesson is that the people didn't want to be with her because they knew that there was no vibe at all coming from Rivkah that she was interested in being with them. She was so closed off to deeds of impurity that they didn't even try to get near her, because they knew they weren't going to be successful. And that's a great lesson for us. You know, sometimes if people come over to us and try to convince us to do something wrong, whether it's to speak in the middle of our prayers, or whether it's they come over to you when they have a great piece of gossip that they want to share with you, it doesn't only mean that you might be surrounded by bad friends, but you got to look at yourself in the mirror as well, because if they knew that you were on such a great level, they would know that you're not really the person that they would come over to that would listen, or that would talk in the middle of prayers, or that would do something wrong. And the same thing, if a person's spouse wants to do something that not really the best of people do, there's not really something wrong with the person's spouse. There's really something wrong with themselves. Because obviously their spouse doesn't feel that their own husband or wife is on a certain level in which they should really behave even better. And therefore, if somebody's doing something with you, it's really best for us to do a little introspection on ourselves and say, why are they coming over to me to do this? And that's how the Torah is praising our Matriarch Rivkah, that nobody was actually interested in her at all. And so therefore my blessing to you also is that whatever you do, let people know what you stand for. Have a great Shabbos. Talk to you next week.